And here we are. I almost want to say, I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. However, I'm not late. I'm on time. What a day, what a day. Got here right on time. And you may wonder why I am wearing this hat. If you haven't tuned in before, you might say, well, that's kind of like a fetching hat. Why would you be wearing a hat? And I can tell you this, because we are all mad here. Does it ever feel like that? Does it ever feel like the world around you is crazy? That it's chaotic? That we have to run to keep up with ourselves? That we are dancing as fast as we can? And it does to me. So that is why my goal is to teach creating calm within chaos. And hats are just a fun way to do it, because play is something that we are never too old to do. And to laugh at ourselves is something that we are never too old to do, or never too important to do. So one of the things I urge you in creating calm within your chaos is to have fun. Let your inner child come out and play. And that's one of the reasons we use hats as our motif in our messages. So good morning, good Monday to you. This is Monday, is actually the day before my birthday. I get another birthday tomorrow, 63. And the thing about birthdays, I don't really celebrate them, because I really think that every day is a birthday. Every single day. I don't know why we have to wait for a year. So I like to celebrate my birthday every single day, and your birthday every single day, because as the sun comes up, it's a whole another canvas for us to design and paint. A whole new day. And it's a blessing. So today is my birthday, and today is your birthday. Isn't there something in Alice in Wonderland about having an unbirthday? We're not going to do that, but we'll just have a real birthday. The hat that I chose for the message today, which is on Earth's and universal energies, this was the best outdoor hat I could find. Is this kind of a good one for outdoors? You know, if we are out and about. There were a couple other ones, but I thought, well, actually I couldn't reach the other one, so by default, this is our outdoor hat. And what I'd like to share with you today is a way to create calm using the energies that the universe provides for us. So often we look for ways to create calm that cost money. We're going to buy this new program. We're going to take this new class. We're going to buy this pill or drink this drink. One pill makes you smaller. No, don't go there. Okay, so what I have to offer you today is entirely free. Free. And it's all using things that are available to us. Let me just get some of my hair out of the way so I don't have a tickle nose while we're talking. I know it's rude to brush your hair in public, but it's also rude to have hair tickling your nose when you're trying to do a television show. Part of our chaos is that in our busyness, we have gotten disconnected from the Earth's energies. We run at a very different speed, and we oftentimes live indoors in our office, in our air-conditioned car, in our air-conditioned or air-controlled buildings, and we don't connect with the energies that are there for us to connect. So let's talk about what these energies are. For me, the biggest one I use, because I am a little ephemeral, I will float away if I'm not grounded, and I know that about myself. I need to stay grounded, so I use earth energy. Earth energy is, we all can use it. It's foundational. It is a very lush and rich energy that helps us to grow and develop in a lot of our ideas by providing that fertile and rich foundation. And we can connect with it wherever we are. Even if you are on a skyscraper, earth energy is powerful. Right here in my office, I've got my feet planted flat on the floor, and I'm just going to be bringing earth energy up through the soles of my feet And I think that that should be spelled S-O-U-L-S, because the soles of our feet are powerful energy receptors. So I'm just going to bring that earth energy up to ground myself. So wherever you are, if you are busy working on the 80th floor of a building and your day is going crazy, take a moment, step into the restroom if you need to, and just breathe earth energy up all 80 floors into your body to ground yourself, and then go on with your day. Now, there are so many other ways we can ground ourselves. A beautiful way to do it is to go out and stand on the earth. Or, sooner or later you've got to come out of your house. So when you do, as you're going to your mode of transportation, since it's no longer that few of us walk to where we go, as you are walking on the earth, breathe it in. Use the moments that perhaps you are walking to your car or walking to the bus to breathe in earth energy through the soles of your feet. It's there for you all the time. Ground yourself on this rich, lush, fertile, foundational energy source. Pull it into you to give you that grounding and balance that you need for your day. Now, if you have time to take off your shoes at a different time, not when you're trying to catch a bus, but at a different time, when you can take off your shoes and put your feet on the earth. Wiggle your toes, get your toes going a little bit so you can feel the dirt or the grass or the sand or pebbles. Just feel the earth on your energy receptors that we call soles of your feet, and then bring it up through your body. That's very powerful. Another thing that people call earthing, others could call it laying on the ground, is when you can take time to lay on the ground and just lay flat. And if it's an evening, see, there's a stray piece of hair and I'm itching my nose. And if it's an evening, lay flat and look at the stars. Or if it's a daytime, lay flat and look at the clouds. You did that when you were a kid. When you grew up, doesn't mean we have to stop. So by laying flat on the earth and let your body sink into the earth, it's another way to get that earthly vibrational energy. And it gives you a great moment to connect with nature. Try that. Now, maybe you don't have a yard and it would look weird to just do that out in front of your apartment. Go to a park and try it. Go to just an area of green grass. What's the worst that can happen? Someone could look at you and you'll say, hey, I'm earthing. Get over it. Have some fun. So another way you can do it, which is not as effective, but it also does work, is when you get in bed at night. Lay flat on your mattress and just sink, melt, and melt yourself into the earth, and then ask the earth to support you, and ask the earth to ground and balance you, and keep sinking your body, melting your body into that earth energy. And you'll find out where your areas of tension are. For example, sometimes I go to melt myself into my bed and I got a shoulder that's kind of sticking up here. So then you just breathe in and just tell that shoulder, melt into the earth energy. Just melt. And then you go through and see if there's any other parts of your body that are not melting. And then let the earth's energy support you while you go to sleep. So that's one way to connect with the earth energy, which will be grounding, centering, balancing. It's foundational, and it's there for you anytime you need. Another energy that is there for us all the time is the energy from water. And I think water soothes our heart area, whether we call it our heart chakra or just the heart area, however you want to think of it. The heart is very attuned to soothing by water. And as a trauma chaplain, one of the things I do when someone is in the midst of trauma, in the midst of one of those crying jags where you almost need a bath towel to catch all the tears, is if I can get them to start sipping some cool water, they get more balanced. The trauma is still there. The sadness is still there. but it starts to support that energy. And try it yourself. If you find yourself, where you need to get the bath towel and just cry your eyes out, which is okay, we need to do that. But then when you need to start soothing and transitioning, start sipping some cool water. And you'll see what I mean about your heart center feeling more at peace. And we can do this if we live by any body of water. I live by Tampa Bay, which is beautiful, and to go sit and just watch the rhythm of the waves come in. You might live by a river. There was once I had a condo that, they dug a hole and called it a pond. It was a puddle. But even sitting on the balcony and watching the light reflecting in it and maybe the birds coming through was still giving peace. Water has a tendency to give peace to our heart. So when you feel your heart is breaking or sad or blue, soothe it with water. Drink water and find water to look at. And what's amazing about our body is that even if we live nowhere near water or we can't get to water, try to find a picture of water. If you work at a computer, get a screensaver that you can put up that has water, or just put up a picture of water and look at it. And look at it with intention. Look at it like putting yourself there and pulling it into you. And studies have shown, and I've experienced it myself, that even looking at nature when we can't be in it, we can get a lot of the same benefits. Hospitals are discovering that, and they're putting nature scenes up above on the ceiling so that when you're lying there, you can kind of look at that. And if you do it with intention, it works much better. So if you were somewhere where your heart is feeling sad, drink your water, but find a picture of water. You might put it on your cell phone, put some pictures into your cell phone that you can just take and look. And again, when you look, breathe it in, put yourself there, feel the waves, and connect. I work an evening shift at the hospital, so there are times when I find myself by a window. I can't seem to find a lot of windows, but I know where there's one or two windows. When I see that I'm by a window, I go to the window if I've got a few minutes and just breathe in whatever's happening. Sometimes it'll be a thunderstorm, sometimes I'll catch the sun setting, sometimes a cloud formation, but just going to the window and catching it for a little bit is enough to help my soul. Before I go on to the next energy, I want to read to you something from a wise old soul, Anne Frank. What a wise old soul she is or was. I believe the soul remains, so I'm going to use is. But she wrote, "The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be quite alone with the heavens, nature, and God. Because only then does one feel that all is as it should be, and that God wishes to see people happy amidst the simple beauty of nature. As long as this exists, and it certainly always will, I know that then there will always be comfort for every sorrow, whatever the circumstances may be, and I firmly believe that nature brings solace to all troubles." What a wise, wise soul. And if you picture her in her attic writing that, I can only believe that in her third eye or in her mind, she was able to bring in nature to give her solace during that time. So the third part of nature I want to talk about, or the third way we can use these energies, is air. Of course, we need to breathe. So, that goes without saying, but I said it. So have you noticed when they say that goes without saying, they always say it? But air. And that is for the more ephemeral. I really, that's sort of where I hang out, and that's why I need the earth to ground. But if you find that you are a very grounded person, let yourself have a little more of the air. And what I mean by air is sometimes you can feel just a gentle breeze, or sometimes what I call a wild wind, a gypsy wild wind. allow yourself to let your spirit sort of flow with that energy of the movement of the air. And you can also do it if you're a visual person. Maybe you're not sensory where you can kind of feel that gypsy spirit of the wild wind, but maybe you watch clouds, watching the clouds move, and just again open up yourself to the possibility of what it's like to be free like the clouds moving. Or you'll see stars, and it's more of the heavenly thoughts that can free you from the box of daily living. So when I use that air energy, it's when I get boxed in and I need to open up and free my thinking and take away limits and know that anything is possible. So to do that, number one, you could do it through breathing. When you're inside, take some deep breaths. And when you take these deep breaths, I always say just kind of breathe in, but breathe in like a light, or breathe in stars, and open up your head area to possibility. And if you feel like you're stuck with a problem, exhale out toxicity and exhale that problem and just breathe in possibility and know that the world is yours and for you it was created, and you can make anything happen by taking away the limits that are oftentimes self-imposed. So feel that air. Another way you can use it is when you get in bed, if you feel that you don't need to be grounded, that you need to be open to possibilities, is you lay in your bed and you melt into a cloud. Melt into a cloud and allow that cloud to gently float you, and open your mind and say, float me in my dreams to wherever I need to go. So you're opening up yourself to be able to float in your dreams, and in your dreams you may get answers to things that are challenges for you. New things may open up in your mind, new solutions to things. So instead of grounding yourself when you go to bed, float yourself on a beautiful cloud and ask it to take you to a land of dreams where anything is possible. So those are 3 ways that we can use the energies that are already there for us and connect with nature and the natural rhythms of nature. By going outside as much as we can pick up those rhythms. And by living within those rhythms, that's my dog, that's Lex, one of my 3. By living within those rhythms, we become more in tune with nature and more in tune with spirit, and our life is much easier. I think our life gets crazy, chaotic, and diseased when we disconnect from the rhythms of nature and the light of spirit. So as much as we can stay connected, this is probably time for me to put on my hat. As much as we can stay connected, there's an echo in here. That's kind of cool. This hat maybe makes an echo. I wish you could hear it. You probably can't. So do that. Try to connect with the earth, with water, and with air and light. And try to get outside and breathe in what nature has to offer. Because in the words of that wise old soul, I firmly believe that nature brings solace in all troubles. So thank you for connecting with me. My name is Ann White. I am the founder of the Creating Calm Network, and I like this show, Creating Calm with the Mad Hatter. I was on earlier this morning with Kimberly Burnham. We are trying a new format, Monday Morning Coffee on the air or live, or I think it's on the air with Kimberly and Ann, and it's a talk format. So today we chatted about GMOs, genetically modified organisms. Try to pick up the show if you're interested in it. Next week, unless people tell us differently, we're going to talk about bees. What happens with the sweetness if all of a sudden all of bees are gone? But we will talk about anything. Do you want to talk about anything in life? I'm sure the 2 of us, we're both kind of research geeks. So whatever topic you would like to chat about, hey, Kimberly and I over Monday Morning Coffee will be happy to talk not only to each other, but we would love if you would call in and talk to us. So check out that new format on Mondays. And what I would love you to do is to be a part of the Creating Calm Network. Go to our Facebook, and you'll friend us there at Creating Calm Network. I'd love to have more friends. It's fun. But on our website, www.creatingcalmnetwork.com, sign up for the weekly program guide. I am currently the one who makes it. I promise to make it fun and interesting. And worst thing, if you don't like it, unsubscribe. We're easy like that. That's how we roll. But sign up because we're adding new programs all the time, and I'm sure there are things that you like that we already have, or that we would love to add for you. So thank you very much. It's been nice talking to you. Go out and have a beautiful day. Go get connected to nature. Bring calm into your chaotic world, and just know that you are one awesome individual, and I'm so glad we had this time together. And happy birthday day, because this is a day of all of our births, a celebration of another day of living. Take care and enjoy.